You've been budgeting like a pro, and you suddenly find yourself with an extra $500 to invest this month. You know you should invest it for the future, but you're kind of stuck. Does it go straight into your employer's 401k, or do you funnel it over to your own Roth IRA? I mean, it seems like a really simple choice, right? But the actual order of operations here is incredibly important.
Because the stakes, they're massive. If you get this order backwards, you could be leaving literally thousands of dollars on the table over your lifetime. We're talking about either missing out on completely free company matches today or paying thousands in unnecessary taxes decades down the line. Nobody wants that. So to prevent it, we need to treat your money like a waterfall. You completely fill one bucket before you ever let the water overflow into the next. All right. Step 1, the foundation, securing the free money.
Look, before we even get into the weeds of tax strategies or investment portfolios, we have to grab the guaranteed returns. The undisputed first priority for your very next investment dollar is your employer's 401k. But, and this is key, only up to the employer match. Why? Because an employer match is an immediate, guaranteed 100% return on your money. Well, think about it. If your company matches 50% of your contributions up to 6% of your salary, simply contributing that 6% ensures you get an automatic 50% return. Actually, there's no stock, no crypto, and absolutely no high-yield savings account out there that can beat that kind of guaranteed growth.
Our sources at CMH Advisors really hit the nail on the head here. They say employer matches are essentially free money. And they're right. Failing to capture this match means you are quite literally leaving a portion of your own salary on the table. It's part of your total compensation. So before you do literally anything else, you fill this first bucket, secure the match. It's the absolute cornerstone of a smart retirement strategy. Okay, moving to step 2, the pivot, transitioning to tax-free growth. So once that first bucket is full and you've captured every single dime your employer is willing to match, the waterfall pivots over to the Roth IRA. And what's really fascinating here is the sharp contrast in tax strategy. See, a traditional 401k gives you an upfront tax break. It lowers your taxable income right now, but you're going to pay taxes on every dollar you withdraw in retirement. A Roth IRA flips that whole script. You contribute with after-tax dollars, so yeah, you pay taxes now, but your investments grow tax-free. When you withdraw those earnings in retirement, you won't owe a single dime to Uncle Sam. If we break down the mechanics using the 2026 IRS limits, you'll see the Roth IRA has a much lower annual cap. It's $7,500 for anyone under 50, compared to a massive $24,500 limit for a 401k. But the Roth makes up for that lower limit by giving you incredible freedom. While a 401k restricts you to a short menu of mutual funds picked by your employer, a Roth IRA lets you invest in basically anything. Individual stocks, bonds, ETFs, you name it. It puts you squarely in the driver's seat. Now, people often think a Roth IRA is just this rigid lockbox you can't touch until you're old. Not true. Because of the way it's taxed, you can withdraw your original contributions, not the earnings, but the actual money you put in at any time for any reason with zero taxes and zero penalties. This flexibility is a real game changer. It means your Roth can act as a highly effective, tax-advantaged backup to your emergency fund if life throws a major curveball your way. Which brings us to step 3, the overflow, maxing out the 401k. So let's say you've successfully hit that $7,500 limit in your Roth IRA. Huge congrats. Now the waterfall overflows back into the 401k to take advantage of those high contribution limits we talked about. This brilliantly illustrates something called tax diversification. By using both accounts, you're essentially hedging your bets against the future. You return to the 401k, fill that massive $24,500 bucket, and aggressively lower your current taxable income today. At the exact same time, you've already built this amazing tax-free fortress in your Roth IRA. When you retire, you'll have different buckets to pull from, no matter what crazy things the tax laws do decades from now. Oh, and I literally have to mention this huge new benefit that makes this entire ecosystem even better, thanks to recent legislation called the Secure 2.0 Act. Historically, 401ks, even Roth 401ks, had these things called required minimum distributions, or RMDs. Basically, the government forced you to start pulling your money out in your 70s, whether you actually needed it or not. But as of 2024, Roth 401ks are no longer subject to RMDs. This brings them perfectly in line with Roth IRAs, so your money can just stay invested and keep compounding for as long as you want. All right, let's review the wealth waterfall, putting it all together.
Assuming you've got your foundation sorted, meaning you've got that 3 to 6 months of emergency cash tucked away for a rainy day, you can basically just trace our waterfall journey right up this pyramid. It's all about moving systematically, filling one level completely before jumping to the next.
So, here is your final actionable game plan. Step 1, contribute to your 401k exactly up to the percentage your employer matches. Grab that free money. Step 2, reroute any extra funds to fully fund your Roth IRA up to that $7,500 limit, locking in tax-free growth and flexibility. Step 3, if you're crushing it and still have money left over, overflow back into the 401k to maximize your tax deductions today. This step-by-step strategy is an absolute game changer for making sure every dollar is working as efficiently as possible. But I really want to hear from you now. Look at your own finances. Which account are you prioritizing first right now? Are you capturing that full employer match, or are you heavily focused on building out your tax-free Roth fortress? Let me know. Let's get a discussion going in the comments. And above all, take action on your finances today. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.